he puts a picture of himself completely nude. His dick is completely exposed.
You love this.
I fucking loved it. Are you kidding me?
Why? Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Poter.
And I'm KarenLee Poter.
That's my mother.
And that's my son.
We chat about sex on a weekly basis and all the things you typically don't talk about with a parent.
We like to make the most uncomfortable conversations comfortable.
So strap in,
Strap on,
and enjoy the ride. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Poter.
And I'm KarenLee Poter, the COVID kid.
The COVID queen. How you doing over there, mother?
Not very well. It's only for the sneaky freaks that I will come on board right now with the way how shitty I've been feeling lately.
My mother has finally got the COVID.
I succumbed.
And I haven't seen you in so long. I mean, how has it been being completely quarantined by yourself for what, 10 days now?
It's been hell. I'm not going to lie.
It's been hell. I could only imagine. You know, you talk so much. I don't know who can you possibly talk with if you're all by yourself like that.
What does that mean? I talk so much.
You talk nonstop all the time.
To who?
Anyone who's in your vicinity.
Oh, you're saying in general, how am I handling it, not being able to talk?
Exactly.
I talk.
You still talk on the phone?
Still talk on the phone.
Yeah.
Still
Screaming through
D's.
the walls to D's?
Basically, I'm like a lion pacing around a cage until the lion tamer, D's, my boyfriend, opens the door, throws food at me, and closes the door.
It's because D's is still free of it, right?
D's is free of it, and he also has a broken ankle.
Oh, God.
And we have boxes all over our apartment. Basically, it's a
You're in a war
trifecta.
zone over there, mother.
It's a trifecta of shit.
It's a shitstorm.
The shitstorm.
I'm grateful that you've given me the time and the sneaky freaks the time to talk about sex this week.
That's right.
I want
Never to COVID to talk about sex.
The show must go on, they say.
That's right.
Mother, I want to start the same way we always start, with the question, a sneaky freak question of the week.
It's a lube it up question.
Now, the way that we got this question, by the way, is we asked you sneaky freaks, if you had a burning question to share with our listeners. And we had many, many awesome responses. Thank you to everyone who submitted questions to us. The one who won was Sneaky Freak Tony. However, we will be using other questions as well moving forward. This was Sneaky Freak Tony's question. Have you ever had your private parts accidentally exposed? Examples can include a wild wardrobe malfunction, a bathroom door not locking, an unfortunate swimming incident. Now, I love this question.
Why do you love it?
Well, first of all, have you ever had an experience where you accidentally exposed your private parts?
Yes, I have.
What went on there?
I can't remember. I have COVID brain.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I had something.
You had something?
Yeah, when I heard this question, I'm like, this is a perfect question because I had something.
And then?
I decided I would talk about, I think it wasn't actually me.
What? You were going to talk about someone else getting naked?
Your dad.
Oh, okay.
We were out in Lake Geneva, little resort town.
Okay.
We had a bunch of friends over. We were at his parents' little tiny cottage. His parents weren't there, thank God. And we were all, I know you're finding it hard
recently or what?
How could it be recently if your dad died over 16 years ago?
Well, give the context to the listeners, please. How old were you guys?
I was probably early 20s.
Okay.
He was early 20s.
Okay.
And we went up to this cottage.
Okay.
And we were, of course, doing quaaludes, as one does.
In his parents' house?
Yeah, it's a little tiny one-bedroom cottage.
Okay.
So I go with him, and we decide to make some pizzas. And I go with him into the kitchen, and we're totally out of our minds, wasted. And he decides to open the oven. But at the same time, he decided to goof around and whip out his dick at me.
What?
He decides to whip out his dick. I don't know why. And it accidentally hit onto the oven door because it was open. Yes. He burnt his dick.
He burned it?
He burned his dick.
Oh, my fucking God. Was he screaming?
He was screaming, and I was laughing.
Oh, my God.
I mean, come on. What's the likelihood that someone's going to whip out their dick at the same time the pizza door is open and burn it?
Was he also opening the pizza door?
He's the only one who opened the pizza door. He opened the pizza door.
He's opening the oven, and his dick was that big. His dingle dangle fucking just slapped
His
it.
dingle dangle hit the oven door and burnt it.
Jesus Christ!
It was funny though.
Oh my God!
I guess looking back, it's funny. Maybe at the time he didn't find it as funny as I thought it was funny.
That also doesn't sound like an accidental exposure. That was an intentional exposure, but an accidental burning.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you have an accidental exposure?
Yeah, and I think I've talked about it a bit on this podcast. It's not a full... it wasn't my nether regions that were exposed.
Your nether regions?
Yeah, it wasn't my nether regions that were exposed, but, we attend a meditation class every Sunday, you and I.
Oh.
And it's a Zoom class with, 40 other people. And there was one time where the Zoom link... It was like a new setup, I guess. And when we clicked to log in, it automatically started showing video.
I hate when it does that.
I hate when it does it too, especially because on Sunday mornings when I participate in the Zoom, I'm usually only wearing boxers.
Okay.
Little tiny boxers. And that's exactly what was exposed to this whole
You and your
Zoom
boxers
audience.
were exposed?
My whole bare naked front, tits and all, exposed. And then also the box, yeah.
Your nether regions were safe, though.
The nether regions were safe. But, some people consider the titas a private part. So I think this kind of applies to the question. I don't have a phenomenal story. The sneaky freaks might have a phenomenal story. Should we engage with them?
I seem to feel like I must have a bunch of stories that I've now went into COVID brain mode because... That seems to be something that would happen to me all the time. I always get myself in bad positions.
Yeah. By the way, if this podcast is sounding strange to you, we're experimenting with a couple of things. Number one, we're experimenting with a very medically unbalanced mother.
Excuse me.
You literally described yourself as chemically unbalanced before this call.
But that I have COVID and chemical imbalance.
Okay, so we got a double wham, CNC. And we're also experiencing with a new audio setup. Obviously, we're remote because I don't want any illness that my mother has. And we're exploring new, microphones in preparation for this trip to South America.
Yeah, we'll get into that when we talk about what's been going on for the preparation of this trip.
Oh my fucking God! Okay, so let's talk about the Sneaky Freaks answers.
Okay.
We got a response from Tony D. Tony said, yes, when I was working at a plant one time, I was 17 years old, my zipper torn, and my cock was hanging out of my underwear. I didn't know until my boss mother couldn't keep her eyes off my cock. Then I knew I was sticking out. I guess she liked what she saw. Have a good week. She made me hard thinking about the way she was looking at it. I would have fucked her if she had asked. Thank you for that follow-up message, Tony.
Tony was the one who came up with the question and that answer?
I'm not sure if it was the same Tony, actually. It likely was, actually.
There are a lot of horny Tonys out there.
We do have two. They might be the same, but they are subscribed to by different numbers. So, who knows? By the way, if you want to participate in this list, we have a very fun text list. We give you one text a week. It's just the Sneaky Freak question of the week, and then you respond with your questions or your answers, and then we get to share them here. That number is 310-356-3920.
Woo, I remembered it.
The COVID brain is still kicking.
Still intact.
So Megan says, I still get embarrassed when I think of this story. About 12 years ago, I was visiting my friend at her place of business and went in the back room to use the restroom. The lock on the door didn't work very well, but all the workers were in the front, including her brother, heard me say, I am going to use the restroom, so I thought it would be fine. Well, I finished my business and realized I need to change my tampon. So I get a fresh one out and start to insert the tampon right as my friend's brother walks into the bathroom, hunched over, hand in vag. Worst part, he stopped for a second and made awkward eye contact before leaving.
Oh my God.
Megan, that's a brutal one. I wasn't expecting. I thought some public nudity... Maybe, swimming, get the fucking...
Was she in the male bathroom or was she just like a unisex bathroom?
It's probably a unisex. It's just the back room bathroom at this work environment,
Do you know the cam? I don't know if I ever told you or the Sneaky Freaks this. that one evening I was out and I went to like 3 different restaurants and I walked into 3 different men's bathrooms.
No fucking way.
How is it possible?
Why?
I don't know, because I was wasted. Probably not Quaaludes, because this was when I was much older.
This is not good, mother.
I should not be allowed after one drink to experiment. Remember when I fell out of a U-Haul bathroom? Not a U-Haul bathroom.
There was a porta potty.
A porta potty. I fell down the stairs of the porta potty.
Your high ass fell the fuck off. Yes. I was sober, of course. You were fucked up and high, and you fell out of a fucking porta potty.
I have not been fucked up and high in a while, by the way, just so you know.
I'm so sorry.
I miss those fucked up and wild days.
You're chemically imbalanced enough. You should be feeling high anyway. James says, this was years ago. I had stopped by a store to buy a pair of jeans on my way to the bowling. On the way to bowling from work, I changed into the jeans at the bowling alley. I was in a men's league, and we were bowling next to the ladies' league. I love bowling leagues, by the way. As a side note, that's something that we need to bring back. After I started bowling, I noticed it was cooler in the bowling alley. I wasn't paying attention. In a little while, I had a couple of ladies from the table next to ours come up and start talking to me. They were sisters. We were all 25 at the time. They were standing in front of me, and one of them asked if I was trying to show everyone in the bowling alley what I had been blessed with. I was clueless. They realized this, and they reached down, and one of them grabbed my cocktail, and the other one had my balls. I looked down, and the jeans had split at the stitching from one ankle cuff all the way around the crotch to the other ankle cuff. Needless to say, I was embarrassed, but these sisters had a pair of their brother's sweatpants in the car, so I put those on, finished bowling, and went home with them. It was a very fun long weekend. Holy fuck, James.
This person should write for... he should
erotica?
Write for, yeah.
Dipsy?
Yeah, Dipsy stories.
I've never seen it where the fucking pants rip at the seam from one side all the way through the crotch to the other side.
That's pretty wild.
You believe this story? You think he's fucking with us? And then there's sisters. I mean,
first
when
I
have
thought
you ever
they were
had
nuns.
When have you ever had sisters or nuns come up to you and grab your dick?
I don't know, Cam. Has it
then
ever
you're
happened
hooking
to you?
up with them? I don't know. This is a pretty remarkable story. I mean, kudos to you if it actually happened. That's fucking amazing. I'm going to keep reading this because I figured it's going to be easier than you reading it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Noelle says, one time I was in the ocean when a wave took me under and both parts of my bathing suit were gone. Thankfully, a nice couple was walking by and threw me my top and bottom. The other time was more recent. I was just coming out of the liquor store and went to put the bottle in my back seat. As I was about to close the door to get behind the wheel, I realized my entire right boob was just out. I was in a really small, sexy top that did not have much support, but I was not expecting that. You ever had that where your tit is out?
Oh, yeah. I actually had a very funny story about that.
What's going on there?
In college.
Okay.
And I was messing around with this guy, and I was wearing my bathing suit.
Okay.
Even though we were in the dorm room or the sorority house, one of those two. Don't remember where, because it was a while ago, and I have COVID brain. Anyway, I walk outside, and I slam the door behind me, and I see a friend of mine walk up to where I was standing, and she looks down, and she's like, your boob is sticking out. My boob had just kind of gotten to the other side of my bathing suit.
How do you not feel this? Like we got a lot of responses just like Noelle's, where it's just like a tit is out.
It just happens.
It just happens.
Tit happens.
I guess if you're not wearing a bra or anything, you could just kind of.
It is a bra.
Maybe it's
it's
out of the bra.
Top.
I guess yeah. But you don't feel like it's like getting.
Well, it seems like things are, out of place.
It was out of place. And I mean, in Noelle's situation, it wasn't a bathing suit top. It was a really small, sexy top that did not have much support.
Yeah, so that it
that's
just
what
pops
I'm talking
right
about.
out.
Yeah, it just pops on out. Now, what is the protocol if someone sees you with the tit out?
Yeah, that was a nice friend of mine who said, put your tit in.
Is it a male friend or female friend?
That was a female friend. Male friends would not say a word.
You just look at it and pretend like it's not happening.
And you like let her sit there and expose herself.
Okay.
It's a normal thing.
It's a normal thing. We got another response here from JP. He describes this experience that he's witnessed. My best friend and I were at a pool party when we were about 19. And after swimming we were standing around talking with this group of girls, one of whom he greatly desired. I was there as a good wingman while he was idly running his thumb under the waistband of his bathing suit. I'm guessing maybe it was tight, and unbeknownst to all the netting material that they included in men's suits to prevent too much ball travel or whatever that had eventually bunched up weird. Because mid-sentence, he kind of pulled his thumb forward while running it under the waistband, and just that little bit caused the suit to catapult his cock and balls directly into the conversation. It was like a crank had been turned on a fleshy jack-in-the-box and set the spring off. Never saw so many innocent eyes grow so wide all at once. I was totally confounded trying to work out the physics of what just happened. No lie, he and that girl married 3 years later. They're married today, and I just met them near my city because their oldest was touring a college near me. So happy endings to a surprising beginning, right?
Wow. Another brilliant writer.
Brilliant writer.
I love the way these people tell their stories.
Were you turned on by this story, Mother?
No, I just
The fleshy jack-in-the-box?
I perked up at the jack-in-the-box. I thought that was a good little reference.
I don't ever fully understand why they put netting in those suits anyway. It seems like
it's so annoying.
It's very annoying. And what does it keep? Your balls are flying around that much? They need a netting?
I mean,
what's the netting for?
Those bathing suits with the netting.
I have one pair of bathing suits. The netting is completely cut right for some reason where the dick is. So the dick somehow gets through the netting, just sits outside the netting. The balls are still in the net. It's like a chokehold on my testicles.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
What do you mean you wonder how that happened?
You probably cut it out because you were annoyed.
No. It was a similar situation, a fleshy jack-in-the-box. I don't know. What was he doing rubbing under the waistband anyway?
Okay.
Anyway, thank you, JP. Cassie says, in college, I took beginner swimming as my PE credit, even though I was on swim team growing up. But I had only brought a 2-piece bathing suit to college with me. This hadn't been a problem, but on our last day of class, we had to demonstrate a dive. I dove the first time, holding my bottoms up with one hand, and the instructor refused to give me the credit. So I got in line to dive in again, this time with my hands in the proper position. My bottoms came all the way to my ankles in front of the class during my dive. But I did get my damn credit.
Oh, I'm glad you got a credit.
That's a fucking dedication there. I liked it. Okay, let's finish. Thank you very much for that, Cassie. I'm glad that you had the dedication to continue that dive and it wasn't so traumatic for you.
It has to have happened to every person in the world that at one point or another you dive, bathing suits go flying off, and it's just, who cares?
I'm just swimming regularly. That thing is falling off for some reason. Tom says, we have a beach cottage with, this is the elder statesman, by the way. So
I love Tom, the elder statesman.
Who doesn't love Tom, the elder statesman? Tom says, we have a beach cottage with outdoor shower. Thinking nobody was around, I stepped out buck naked to catch the cooling breeze. Of course, the elder statesman's going to do this.
Yeah.
He's one with nature. Oops. The neighbor, an attractive, about 30-year-old, was in her yard looking right at me. She got a good eyeful before turning around, and I retreated to the shower. This was several years ago and had never been mentioned. He's got a little secret admirer. He's got a little girl next door situation. He's the elder statesman next door.
Do you remember when we were in Jamaica and we were going down a river? We had a river raft ride. The whole family was there. And there's a big Jamaican guy just like casually, completely showering by himself nude.
Look at that.
Right in front of the raft ride. We're all
I don't remember it, but I'm glad that you remember that, Mother.
I never forget that look.
That
was quite a good look over there.
That was an eyeful. Anyway, thank you to all you sneaky freaks for submitting these wonderful responses.
Yeah.
We love you very much.
We'd love it if you participate in our next one. And we're going to still use some of the last ideas in our future.
The questions that you gave us.
Yes.
You can always text us at 310-356-3920. You'll get on our text line. We'll have a nice little chat with you. Mom, what does bad cum taste like?
You know when you accidentally burp and you have something come back up from the earlier in the day?
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like, okay?
Oh, no.
It's not good. It's nasty.
That is nasty. You need something to fix that taste.
And we have the solution for you guys.
It's called Taste. It's an organic vitamin that works with your natural pH levels to improve the taste and smell of bodily secretions for men and women. Taste Vita Inc. makes the best vitamin to improve the taste of your cum.
I think this is a brilliant idea.
If you're getting the report that your cum kind of tastes salty, that it tastes like throw up coming out from your mouth,
Right?
take 2 of these little vitamins before sex. It's going to clear you right up. Make it taste much better.
But that's the point. It's like, why wouldn't you make it something positive and that people would like to do?
That's right. This is formulated for all sexes and genders. It's formulated with natural premium ingredients such as banana powder, strawberry powder, mango powder,
Pineapple.
peppermint, and cinnamon. All those powders create this one vitamin that's going to improve the taste of your cum.
All these years, and I could have been doing that.
If you want 15% off these incredible little vitamins, go to tastevitainc.com. That's tastevita, V-I-T-A, inc.com. Enter promo code MOM. You're going to get 15% off. Tastevitainc.com. Enter promo code MOM. Moot, if I met a genie and I had one wish, you know what it would be?
That you have more wishes?
No, complete cock control.
Cock control.
I
Everybody
want
needs cock
control
control.
over when my dick goes up, when it goes down, when it comes, whatever. And you know what? RexMD.com can help with that.
And how do they do that, Cam?
RexMD makes getting generic and branded Viagra super easy. Everything's online, even the prescription, and they deliver it to your door. You don't need to go into the office. You don't need to talk to a receptionist. Your doctor is not going to quit on you because you asked too many goddamn questions. They make it super fucking simple.
Did you know Viagra can cost around $90 a pill, by the way? But RexMD has generic Viagra for just $2 a pill.
Yeah. All you have to do is fill out a quick medical questionnaire on their website. A US-based doctor will review your situation and they'll prescribe you the generic Viagra if it's necessary. Then that Viagra, that generic Viagra, gets shipped right to your door with free 2-day shipping.
It's fast, it's simple, it's cheap. You can access your RexMD physician anytime you need afterwards. Cam, you're going to love that aspect.
Absolutely. Over 100,000 guys get generic Viagra quickly and conveniently through RexMD. It just works. So starter packs of generic Viagra are now available for our listeners. Just go to rexmd.com/mom to get started. That's rexmd.com/mom. Get your starter pack today. Get those boners up.
So, Cam, what is going on in your life?
Okay, well, I don't know where to begin. I'm preparing for this trip, and it's kind of flipped my world upside down to all of our new sneaky freaks. I live in Los Angeles right now, in a very comfortable, safe bubble that I've created for myself, where I pretty much only work and don't do anything else, and I have very little exposure to the outside world. Would you say that's accurate, Mother?
That's not accurate, Cam.
How would you describe it?
You try to combine as much social life and clown life and work life into one small life.
Yeah, so you think I'm quite active.
You're very active. You push yourself to the limit, and you needed a change of pace.
Okay, that's one interpretation. Another is that I was fucking hitting a wall. Anyway,
and you had a dream. I thought you came from a dream.
It did. It all came from a dream. We already talked about this on the show.
Right.
The people know I'm going to South America, doing the whole digital nomad thing. Starting in Colombia. If you're in Medellin, let me know. And then going to Buenos Aires. If you're in Buenos Aires, let me know. All right. First of all, a lot of different responses about me taking this trip. One came from my sister at our family dinner.
What was it?
Well, I told her that I was already on Bumble in Colombia, and she goes, "Wait a minute, is this like a promiscuous trip?" And then you say, "I hope it is."
I do.
Of course it fucking is. You think I'm just traveling to like see the sights?
So basically, you're going all the way to South America to get laid.
No. It's just like a whole eat, pray, love situation.
I was very happy that you're going there to get laid. Leave it be where it is.
I'm also going to be eating and praying. I'm probably praying most of the time.
Based on your past travel, what would you call mishaps?
Yeah, I'll be praying.
I would say there's a lot of prayers that are going to be needed.
Yes.
But that's
the
good.
big part of it is going to be, exploring sexually. This is hopefully I break down some barriers over here.
Okay.
Anyway, I liked it that she was horrified by the thought that this could be a promiscuous trip.
You and your sister are very on different wavelengths when it comes to these kind of things.
Yeah, although I'm probably more neurotic about being promiscuous than she is. Anyway, one of my other friends had a response to me going. He said, "Oh, you're going to Medellin?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, you better be careful. It is the capital of cam sites down there. It is, of all the cam models, all are located in this little area of Colombia."
What?
And I was like, "What are you fucking talking about?" And he goes, "If you go on to any of these webcam sites, Chatterbait, MyFreeCams, and you look to see where these girls are videoing in from, all Colombia, and a lot of the time Medellin."
Well, what? Maybe he's just focusing on that area code or something.
No. If you look, it's fucking crazy. It is. I did the research. It is crazy.
Is that why you ended up in Medellin?
I don't know. I did not even realize that until he told me. And he was kind of like, "Be careful down there that you're not going to get pulled into any of this shit."
Yeah, you're going to get pulled and someone's going to be like, you're taking advantage of this innocent little lamb.
This little lamb, you fucking next thing you know,
She's going to make a fortune on this.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Can you imagine that you're like in this like glory hole situation?
What do you mean I'm in a glory hole situation?
Yeah, what if you're in the glory hole, especially if you went to the Czech Republic, there are a lot of glory hole situations there.
What are you talking about? You're
Imagine
going
there's
back
a
to
Medellin, there's a
First
bunch
of all,
of holes.
It's that Medellin. What's with the holes?
You know there's going to be a bunch of glory holes and
I'm not going to any Medellin glory holes.
Dick in all the holes. And
No, I'm not going in there.
Yeah, you're going to be in the chat. You said Chatterbait. They do those things, don't they?
What do you mean?
They play with toys, and then they have boys come in there.
Yeah.
You don't even know you're being videoed. I could just see you walking in there like looking around for bugs. You're going to be underneath the desk looking to see if somebody's
taping. You don't think
taping.
I would know if I'm suddenly in a webcam site?
How are you going to know?
A setting?
How are you going to know?
The people are fucking there interacting with the fucking camera the whole goddamn time.
Maybe they're just into cameras.
I'm going to hook up with a girl and suddenly she's just looking at her camera and a computer the
How
whole
do you
fucking
know
time,
if
typing
this
into a
camera?
keyboard.
How do you know if this camera is behind a wall of a glory hole?
Okay. No one is fucking shooting me. They would earn no money. First of all, it would be the shortest fucking campsite that's going to be out there. Second of all, no one's going to want to see what's going on.
A lot of
would
people
not
like
be very
it.
lucrative.
It's going to be called Glory Hole Quick Come.
Unbelievable.
It's going to be called Camp
By the way,
Comes Quick.
Obviously, this trip has been weighing on me. I'm extremely anxious about it. I'm excited. I'm extremely excited, but I'm also extremely anxious.
I know. You've been having a rough time of your medical concerns getting resolved before you leave.
I'm trying to get all my medical concerns resolved.
I get these weird phone calls from you.
I got a full rash right now because I'm so nervous about this fucking thing. Oh my God. Should I tell about the rash?
Yes.
Don't you dare come. Oh my God. All right. So, first of all, I go to the.
First of all, can I just say something? We share the same physician's assistant.
The same physician, and the physician happens to be out of town of all fucking weeks, this week and last week.
So we have his physician's assistant.
His physician assistant. Oh my God.
Who I have driven crazy with my questions about COVID and all kinds of other issues I might be having. And you are also driving him crazy. And we're going to tell you what happened after that, after you hear the story.
Let's call him Daniel. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, Daniel. All right. So I make an appointment with Daniel to go over what vaccines I need going to South America, which I thought was a pretty easy ask. Okay. I get in there. Daniel starts looking it up, what I need for Colombia and what I need for Argentina. It's unbelievable. We're talking measles. We're talking mumps, rubella, typhoid, tetanus, fucking hepatitis A, hepatitis B. The list is unbelievable. So
where are you going? To the jungle?
I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like it's just like another city. Why do I need all these vaccines?
Is it because of all the glory holes there when you're going to be recording in the chatterbait?
Yes. He's aware that I'm going into a cam setting. He's like, you need all these fucking... No, so he does all these tests on me to see what I'm already immune to, which I thought was a great thing, except they fucking destroyed my fucking arm with the needle. Okay, but that's unimportant. Okay, so I tell him, I'm looking for the vaccines. I'm not, and he tells me I need all these vaccines, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I can actually get one right now because I'm kind of covered in this rash. He's like, what rash? So I start showing him a little bit of it. He's like, it'll go away. And I start showing him the rest of my torso, and he's like, whoa. And then I show him my legs, and he's like, oh my God. And he's sitting there, me and Daniel, he's sitting there for a good minute in silence looking at me. And
that's never good. If a doctor's got a puzzled look on his face.
He's got a puzzled look. And then suddenly he asks, about 6 months ago, did you have intercourse with someone with syphilis? Oh my God.
Did you?
I go, I've tested negative for syphilis 6 times since the last time I had sex. No, I didn't fucking have sex with someone with syphilis 6 months ago. And then he starts showing me this syphilis rash on Google. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, looks like what I fucking got.
You have a syphilis rash, even though you haven't had sex?
So then I take my fucking 7th STD test in the past year. And surprise.
You've taken more STD tests than COVID tests.
This was oral and penile.
Did you have to stick something in your dick?
No, I just piss in a cup and take some blood, the whole thing. Anyway, surprise, it's not syphilis. So
it's gonorrhea?
It could be pityriasis rosea. Basically, I don't know what the fuck it is, but it seems to be going away as my anxiety levels is diminishing. But I've been taking an active approach to diminishing my anxiety.
I'm glad to hear that. I've tried to take the same approaches.
Yeah, well, you can follow my list of things that I can't do after 11 p.m. You want to hear that?
Yes.
Okay, here are the things that I cannot do after 11 p.m.
Because you have asked me in the past, is this something I should read before 11 p.m., and now I understand why.
Okay, so here are the things I can't do after 11 p.m. 1, no Googling diseases.
I can't do that at all. I've been forbidden to Google anything.
No using diagnostic health apps.
That's the same thing as Google.
No, because I have specific apps for like skin issues, heart issues, things like that. You're not allowed
Why
to
do you
do
have
that.
those apps?
Because I have skin issues and heart issues.
Oh my God, you don't have either.
No emailing the doctor after 11 p.m. That's a big one because I do that, and the next day I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I just sent this to the doctor.
I know. I emailed him he probably gets a good 10 emails a day from both of us.
We were overlapping at one point where you were complaining about your thyroid and I was complaining about my fucking vaccines and rash. It was not good. There's no Instagram after 11 p.m. No dating apps after 11 p.m. I just get too horned up. No cam websites, obviously. I get very anxious about going to Medellin in that way. No crypto videos. Cryptocurrency videos are...
Why can't you do cryptocurrency
Gets
videos?
me too jacked up. I can't do it. No Zillow.
Zillow? You can't look at houses to buy?
No. It's such a wormhole. And then an hour later, I'm trying to figure out if I should rent this place in Los Angeles, even though I'm going on this fucking trip. There's also no Airbnb after 11 p.m. because
Basically,
I get so obsessed.
The only thing you could do after 11 p.m. is meditate.
That's right. The only thing I can use is the Calm app.
I love the Calm app.
Fucking love the Calm app. Or the other thing I can do is read about Ishmael the gorilla. That's it. That's all I can do. Calm or Ishmael. That's it. That's what my life is looking like right now, Mother.
Oh, I'm aware of it. Oh, my God.
By the way, there's an addendum to this story I forgot.
Oh, yeah, you did.
After I saw Daniel, the PA...
And after I barraged him with questions, like...
Literally the day after I saw him, we get an email from our doctor saying Daniel is leaving the practice. I shit you not. I shit you not. He's done.
You think it's because of me or you that he's leaving?
I don't know, but I wish I could say this is the first time this has happened to me.
What?
This happened another time, and I'm pretty sure we talked about it on the show. I was seeing a primary care physician. Saw him next day, email. He's out. He's leaving. It's unbelievable.
This is like humiliating.
So that's what's going on in my life. I'm making doctors quit their jobs. What's going on in your life, Mother?
Oh, well, a lot.
Yeah? A lot in that little room, that COVID den?
Yeah, Deez breaks his ankle.
Okay. Not good.
Deez breaks his ankle the day after we move. I get COVID. Your brother gets COVID. I'm isolated. I don't know what to do. He's convinced now that the dog can also give you COVID.
Mom, how is this sex talk with my mom?
It's called kvetch talk with my mom.
Kvetch is the Yiddish term for complaining. What's going on?
So what happened was that I'm with dog buddy in the bed, and he's comforting me. He's being a good nurse.
Okay.
And he likes to give COVID tests with his with his tongue.
Oh God.
So he jumps on the bed and immediately runs up and licks the inside of my nostrils.
Oh no. And this is right when you tested positive?
Right when I tested positive.
Oh my God.
I had full-blown anxiety. I didn't know what to do. I started Googling to do if your dog licks your nose.
You think you gave it to Buddy?
I was convinced that I had given it to Buddy.
You thought Buddy's going to suddenly come down with a terrible fever and...
Yes.
Oh my
Deez
God.
called him a varmint.
Oh my God.
So I didn't know what to do.
Deez is now scared of the dog as well.
Deez got scared that the dog was going to get COVID and then give it to him. So I had to call my vet.
Jesus Christ.
Of course, I called the vet, who also quit, by the way.
The vet quit on you?
Yeah, the 2 vets left because of me, I think, too.
Oh my God.
Anyway, everyone leaves because of us.
Holy shit.
It's a family thing. If you're teetering on what to do with your job as a doctor or any kind of physician, don't talk to us.
Do not.
You'll be moving real quickly out of whatever situation you're in. Anyway, I called the nurse. I said, let me talk to someone about my dog who licked my nose. And she goes, no, I'm sure it's fine. I go, no, it was the inside of my nostril. I don't think you understand. So she's like, hold on, please. She goes to talk to not one, but 2 doctors. She comes back and she said, they both said it's not clinical. I don't know what not clinical means. Not clinical.
Oh my fucking God.
And I can swear I heard her chuckling in the background about it.
Way.
She chuckled. I said, I was just trying to say, I don't think you understand the severity of it. It wasn't just he licked the outside of my nose. He stuck his tongue all the way up my nose like a COVID swab.
Oh my God. Of course she's laughing because that's a fucking insane statement.
Okay, well, that's what's going on in my life. In addition, I would like to mention, I'm just going to say there's a guy by the name of John. He's the condo president of my building.
Okay.
And let's just say that I've been isolating in my room, not in my apartment, in my room because of Deez. And I finally thought, the hell with it. It's day 9. I'm going to go upstairs to the rooftop, just sit and get some fresh air.
Oh, boy.
So somebody reports me to the condo president, John.
No way.
And John comes bolting towards me and says, you cannot be up here. People are talking that you are testing positive for COVID, which obviously they found out from Deez, who had a broken ankle and was sitting upstairs on the rooftop for the last 7 days straight.
Oh, my fucking God.
I got in trouble.
Holy shit. What'd you tell this guy?
I told him that that's not what the CDC has to say about the time and when am I supposed to be able to go back outside again? And he said, when you test negative. I go, people could test negative for 2 to 3 weeks. I'm supposed to stay in my apartment by myself for 2 to 3 weeks? That's no way to live.
Nuts?
Guy's nuts.
So
There's a lot of misinformed idiots out there.
So what, are you going to continue to go up there? Or how are you going to
No, I was chicken and I stayed in my room again all day.
Oh, no.
This is the highlight of my day.
So just fucking start telling people tomorrow that you're testing negative. It's been way longer than the CDC even recommends.
You want me to lie?
Well, maybe you will test negative tomorrow.
All right. Well, anyway, the highlight is my mom's news, so we can go into mom's news.
Is it time for Mom's News?
Mom's news.
Mom's News. Mom's News is the segment of the show where my mother shares earth-shattering, groundbreaking, need-to-know info. What do we got this week, Mother?
Well, there was a sighting that put me in a very good mood.
A sighting?
Yes.
What kind of sighting?
Apparently, Tommy Lee of the band, what's the band's name now?
Oh, my fucking God, Mother.
Oh, my God.
The COVID Queen.
We know Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson were together, and they did a movie together, and I love the movie. And I just thought
The
I'd
Motley
share.
Crue.
Yeah, he was from the Motley Crue, and he was also something else, I think.
Okay.
No. Anyway, it
Methods
doesn't
of
really.
mayhem.
Yeah,
Okay.
doesn't really matter. The point is that he is completely tatted up, as we know.
Yes.
And he decides to put on social media, that we're talking Instagram, we're talking TikTok, we're talking Facebook, we're talking Twitter. He puts a picture of himself completely nude, holding he's holding the camera at his nether regions, as you would put it. His dick is completely exposed.
You love this.
I fucking loved it. Are you kidding me?
Why
I
do you
immediately,
love this?
I was
Why is this
zooming
mom's
in there
news?
because people didn't know about this. So many people did not know that this happened. I had to inform all my friends in Chicago. I'm texting people. I'm sending that picture all over the place.
Let me tell you
I
something.
sent it to you.
Mother, I was in a meeting and I start getting texts on my phone pop up. First text, it's a fucking dick pic from my mother. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Next text, it's to the whole family chain. Same dick pic from my mother. Why are you sharing this with everyone you've ever met?
It's important
Why?
because he is proud of his exhibitionism. He's an exhibitionist.
Why do you give a fuck? Were you so turned on by this?
Literally anything could turn me on at this point with my isolation. So it definitely provided a welcome relief to my socially isolated life.
And what were your friends' responses to this?
Oh, they were like all over that.
They loved it.
They all loved it. They thought he was hot. They thought he was sexy. I got great responses.
Hot, sexy, unreal.
Yeah, but I guess the social media moguls took him down. The only one left was Twitter,
sense.
and I was able to grab a screenshot from it. But
Can't
that's
even
my
get
mom's
fucking
news for you guys. If you want to see it, it's out there somewhere. I know you could find it.
Mom's news.
Mom's news.
Mom's news. Thank you so much for sharing that very important information. Mother.
I thought you would appreciate that. I know a lot of people out there would love to hear about more Tommy Lee sightings, but
Love it. Love it. I think we really need to know every time Tommy Lee shows his dick in public. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me abreast, the Sneaky Freaks abreast, our whole family abreast.
You're welcome.
Is it time for Hit On or Shit On? This is a
What do you
segment where we get to share your comments that you leave us wherever they are, and we determine whether they are a hit on or a shit on. So, Mother, this one is from Mickey Mouse Ring 20. Saddest podcast out there. That's a very kind comment, Mickey Mouse Ring 20.
I know. I figured I can't always share the wonderful, praises that we hear about the podcast. I occasionally have to, but we've already encountered Mickey Mouse Ring 20 before.
No way.
Yes, we have.
What did Mickey
He
Mouse
always says negative shit.
No way. We got a hater?
Yeah, we got a hater. And I
Holy
always wonder,
shit.
like, what do you wake up in the morning and like, oh, what do I do? I'll go shit all over somebody.
I love that his name or her name is Mickey Mouse Ring 20.
Yeah, what does that tell you?
I don't know. What is that? They're big Mickey Mouse fans?
You know what, Mickey, you're the saddest mouse out there.
Oh, got him, Moot. That's what I like to see. You get him right back.
I also put this down because it came on my YouTube channel, and I thought you could maybe decipher this with me. It says, "Hi, Karen. How are you? Just wanted to know how old you are, if you don't mind."
Do
Is
you
that
mind?
a hit on or a shit on?
You're not supposed to ask the age, right?
I mean, I think it's rude. I mean, I don't understand why you need to know people's age because you can pigeonhole them as being a certain way if you know their age.
I would say it's kind of a hit on, to be honest.
That was not a hit on. Why is it a hit on?
I think he's asking how you are. He wants to get to know you a bit. Hear some details about your life. It sounds like a hit on.
I always wonder why these guys are not hitting. Why these guys are asking how old I am. I think they're trying to figure out, would I ever go with a guy that's like 19? And the answer is unequivocally no.
Okay, well, I think that's a hit on still.
Okay.
This is from Bennett Projects. They say, where's the fact or cap guys who test these scenarios?
Okay, so this was in response to the video, the TikTok video where we talked about having sex with sheep.
Oh, yes, of course.
And I didn't know what this fact or cap guys was. Do you know what that means?
No clue.
I think
You
there's
gonna
a
educate
fact
me?
or cap guy. A lot of people have talked about this. They want to know I guess these guys figure out if it's a fact or maybe it's not a fact. I've taken a guess, but I haven't done any research to find out. So if you sneaky freaks know what that's all about, let us know. Fact or cap, guys?
Right.
Are you looking it up?
No, I'm not. That's not worth our time, Mother.
Well, is it that time, Cam?
Oh, the time of the show where you get so fucking wound up, it's like you're going through adolescence all over again. The time of the show where your fucking toes start tingling and you start thinking, am I having a subtle orgasm right now?
Subtle.
It's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's Uppers is the place to be. Fun living is the life for me.
It's Cam's Uppers, the segment of the show where I get to share something near and dear to my heart, something that my mother typically finds
boring,
or
monotonous,
or
completely uninteresting.
Wow. It's Cam's Uppers. Mother, I had a... What?
Just the way you said mother makes me nervous.
Yeah. I don't even like this Cam's Uppers too much.
Then why are we going through it?
I don't know. I was going to share where I was coming from because a lot of people are asking, like, well, why are you doing this trip? So I thought, maybe I've been thinking a lot about this. Cam's Uppers is kind of like something I've been thinking a lot about, right?
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about reasons for this trip. So I thought I'd outline a few of the reasons and, maybe you can,
wonder what could have possessed you to do this.
Yeah. Okay. The first reason that I want to take this trip to Colombia and Argentina.
Wait, before you go there, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Will you make yourself available when you're there? Because I get very nervous about you damaging your body in some way or form.
Maybe this is why I have anxiety about it.
Because I got a call from you once when you're like, let's FaceTime, and you're holding a white towel and blood is all over it. And you just said, I fell down the stairs. And I said, when? I'm thinking it was a week ago. And it turned out it was like just now. So I say this also because I just got a call this morning from your dentist that says, you know where Cam is? He's not answering his phone and we're trying to reach him.
Why is my dentist calling you?
I'm thinking to myself, what happened to Cam? Did something happen?
Jesus
Maybe he didn't wake up
Christ.
maybe he never misses a dentist appointment. What could have happened to him? And I call you, you put your phone on no notifications. I hate that. And I'm thinking the worst.
When I'm in Colombia, I'm going to remain on Do Not Disturb.
Oh, so I have to worry about you being abducted
I decided
by
I'm going to share
cartel.
share my location with one friend who can know my location at all times.
Your friends are all clowns. That's not a good idea.
Why?
Because nobody takes your things seriously over there.
Okay.
You need to share your location at all times
Absolutely
with your
not.
mother. You put that, what's that thing they have on the phone?
Next thing you know, you got you breathing down my neck.
Wait, what is that thing that they put the notification, you put it on your phone and they could track you down?
Like I'm a fucking 16-year-old?
You need it.
Okay.
You'll end up being in the jungle with all
Find
those.
my phone? Is that what you're talking about?
Find your phone? No, I don't know what it is.
All
Anyway,
right,
I'm sorry to interrupt. All
you
right.
completely usurped all of Cam's Uppers.
Okay, go ahead.
Here are the reasons I want to do this trip to Sudamerica. Number one, play an adventure. I want to have fun for once in my fucking life. Okay?
Okay.
Number two, I would like to develop relationships with locals or nomads. See if this whole fantasy of like foreign flings is all that it's cracked up to be.
And what did your sister say it was?
A promiscuous trip.
Yeah, you're on a promiscuous trip.
But it's not just I want to go fuck people. It's, I like the
You
idea
like
of
fucking
these little...
foreign people. You like foreign women.
No, I'm saying I like these little, foreign flings, like the romances, like, what was it? Vicky Cristina Barcelona type of situation.
Oh, you're going to do a Vicky Cristina Barcelona. Why
You
don't
like
you
that?
go to Barcelona then?
I should have gone to Barcelona. I think they were in Oviedo, actually. Anyway, you're right. I should have gone to Barcelona. Next thing was I would like to build trust in myself and the universe that I can survive on my own.
Ooh, how have you been surviving for the last 33 years?
Completely dependent on you, capitalism.
How are you dependent on me? I don't give you $1. In fact, you give me money.
If need be, I call you up and I say, what do I do in this situation? Or do you have this? Or,
No, you call me up when you're done with the situation and you're always in a state of panic. That's when I get the calls.
Oh, my God.
And
I called
fall
you
down the
yesterday
stairs
after...
3 times.
How about when I called you yesterday back after the acupuncturist? And did I tell you the reason? The acupuncturist, he does a whole consultation with me.
Did you tell the sneaky freaks why you went to the acupuncturist?
Because I can't feel my fucking toe. It's completely numb for some reason. My big left toe. And I'm thinking that some meridian is probably fucked up or something. Who knows?
I'm surprised you didn't blame it on me.
No, it's definitely a result of me having this whatever food poisoning I had the other day. Anyway, I go to the acupuncturist. I give him the whole spiel. And he looks at me and goes, I can't help you. And I go, what?
How could someone in Chinese medicine not help you?
So I was thinking, yeah. He goes, I can do the acupuncture.
You're beyond help, Cam.
He's not going to help. He goes, the symptoms are too mild. Oh, what the fuck kind of statement is that? And then he has the gall.
That's him saying that you don't have anything wrong with your goddamn toe.
Then he has the gall to charge me and my insurance on the way out. Are you fucking kidding me?
What did he do? He just looked at your foot and said, I can't help you?
Yeah.
Did he touch it at all?
No.
No touching. Just
no
looking.
Touching it. I didn't want him to touch.
Did he put any needles in there?
No, he didn't put any needles in.
Well, then why is he charging you if he didn't look at it?
I took my shoe off and
he took
he looked
one look.
at it.
He's like, there's nothing wrong with your toe. Move on.
Yes.
You're wasting my time.
Yes. And then I called him afterwards. I said, I feel, I understand. I appreciate your honesty that you couldn't help me, but did you have to charge me at the end?
I sound like Larry David. You sound like fucking Larry David.
I know. He said,
what did he say?
You took my time. You took my space. So yeah, I had to charge you. But if you don't feel comfortable, you come back. I'll give you your money back.
And then you feel uncomfortable.
Then I felt uncomfortable. I didn't go back.
This is exactly what happened with my therapist. I said, how much are you charging? She goes, I used to charge you this amount, but I'm going to raise my rates. Is that okay with you? I'm like, I don't know about that. And then we went back and forth, and I said, what is this? Let's make a deal. Then I ended up saying, I want to pay you top dollar. I'm going to pay you even more.
What? Why?
Yeah, because I felt so bad. You're not supposed to negotiate fees.
I'm constantly negotiating.
Not when you're your doctor, your therapist, or
acupuncturist. You're usurping Cam's uppers.
All right,
I get
so
one time of the week that I get to talk about my own life.
All right, what is the bottom line? What happened?
So I want to build trust in myself and the universe that I can survive on my own. Oh, the acupuncturist doesn't help. Anyway, I want to explore my ancestors' cultural heritage in Argentina. I want to take advantage of a time where I don't, I'm not rooted down here. Like I'm physically able. I can work remotely. I don't have a girlfriend, no family, no dog, no apartment lease. It's time to go. Lastly, I would like to see how other people live, how they spend their days.
I like the little eyebrow raise.
What gets them up in the mornings to see if I want to replicate that. All right, that's Cam's uppers.
I think those are valid reasons. I don't know why they're Cam's uppers. Why are they there? But okay.
Maybe it inspires a listener to go do something crazy like I am.
Oh.
And if it does, I'd like to hear about it.
Maybe you're going to have a whole bunch of sneaky freaks down there checking you out.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so this is the end of the show, Mother. I mean, this is an interesting test run. I hope the sneaky freaks enjoyed it, and I hope the audio comes out pretty good.
Yeah, I hope so too. And I hope that my COVID brain becomes a little more lucid in the future.
I want to thank all of our Patreon sneaky freaks for supporting us financially.
We love you very much.
Giving us that money encouragement to keep building this show.
If anybody wants to join, all you do is go to patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom, and you can become a member too.
Yep, we have a very fun Discord that the members can hang out in, and we do monthly Zoom calls, and we apologize to the Sneaky Freaks for not doing it this month. Obviously, my mother was a little incapacitated, so we couldn't do it.
We're sorry. We missed you, but we'll do another party next month.
That's right.
Where you'll get to see Cam's new abode.
That's right. And, usually we share a review. We love when you leave us ratings and reviews. But rather than that, I want to ask you, I have one simple request, you sneaky freak. If you're enjoying the show, please text this podcast to a friend.
That's a good idea.
Share this episode on wherever app you're using. Just shoot it off through a text message.
Share it to a travel episode. We give such inspiring ideas about travel.
That's it. And that's the end, Mother. You want to sing them out?
Oh, man. Here we go. And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and having a fun in corona disease.
Fun in corona disease. Okay.
It works. It actually works.
All right. Well, we love you guys.
We love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You were listening to a Pleasure Podcast. For more from our Sex Podcast Collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.